friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiancé. Yes, I'm a few days late, but next week I will be back to regular schedule programming. Okay, I told you all when you seen my Love After Lockup, if you watched it, the schedule is a little wonky this week, but next week it should be back to schedule. I am here to give you my thoughts, and let's meet the participants of this season of 90 Day Fiancé. And can I just add, they did a preview of the upcoming episodes, and I seen Angela. Why is Angela on this season of 90 Day Fiancé? She's already had her season. They brought her back before the 90 days, and now she's back for this season? Why? I'm tired of seeing that broad-back, loudmouth country heifer. I'm tired of it. I wanted a new cast, you know, a bit of fresh air. So, anyway, let's get into it. Child, let's talk about Anna and Marcel, okay? Anna, she's, I think, 38 years old. She's from Nebraska. She is a beekeeper. That's how she met Marcel, okay? Apparently, Facebook have little, sites for everything. They met on a beekeeping page. I have never heard of such. So, they met and they hit it off, all right? She has three boys, and their father was a not-so-nice guy, and she had to let him go. All right, so they really haven't had a father figure in their household. And honey, they don't know how to feel about Marcel. Okay, Marcel's from Turkey. He's Muslim. And the language barrier is a hot mess. I see right now, these two is going to get me just all frazzled. They're going to be exhausted. Okay, they can't even understand each other. How am I supposed to review it, child? So she's asking her boys, how do they feel about Marcel coming over to the United States? And they were like, listen, we're a little worried about it. Okay, we don't know this man. What if this man comes here and he don't like us? What if he don't like the United States? What if he comes over here and be mean to us? What if he comes over here and try to tell us what to do? I mean, she got teenage boys. I mean, I think one is like 15, one is like 13, and I think there's one under 10. So, I think that she needs to, realize that. So, anyway, she says that she hopes that, everyone gets along, and that she hopes that Marcel and her sons get along. If her sons do not accept Marcel, then there's no going further with Marcel. So, she was cooking breakfast, and the boys had jokes. They were like, look, you going to give Marcel some of that bacon? I was like, now that's funny. So, she ends up going to the airport to pick up Marcel, and child, they had to use a translator app. How in the world are you going to carry on a conversation with someone that you want to have a serious relationship with a translator app? Did y'all see how they was looking at each other? Honey, he was saying the simplest things. She was saying the simplest things. And honey, he was like this. What was that? Terrible. Terrible. That would get on my nerves so bad. And then some man named Omar that he met in the airport was just standing there. She was like, who is this? I was like, did he bring a friend? But anyway, it was someone that he met at the airport. That tickled me so. I don't know how much they're going to give. I got a feeling these two is going to be boring. Okay? They're going to be real boring. Alright, let's talk about Michael and Juliana. Michael, he is 42 years old. He has a wine business. Entrepreneur. Okay? Entrepreneur. And he got some money. Okay? He looks kind of like a douchebag. He looks like a prick, but he is a rich one. Alright? He met Juliana on a yacht party. She's 20 years old, from Brazil. He says that she's beautiful. He blew her mind. She has a nice body, and he could not wait to ask this woman to marry him and to bring her over to the United States. He has 2 children. All right. Now they had a little hiccup with their visa. I think it wasn't approved. So he says that the only things that are stopping him from packing up everything and moving to Brazil is his 2 kids. This is how much he loves this girl. He says that people, of course, going to side-eye him because what is a 42-year-old man doing with a 20-year-old girl? What is the 20-year-old girl looking for in a 42-year-old man? Cha-ching! We know the answer, friends. We know the answer. So, she's coming to America to visit. He was living in an apartment with his 2 kids, but with her coming over, they outgrown it. So he has to buy a house. Now, in all the houses where he lived, he buys a house right around the corner from his ex-wife. He said that he hopes that Juliana, she won't get too upset over it. Maybe she will realize that this is a good thing, living right around the corner from the ex. All right? He says that the ex and him are still good friends. He said that they have become even closer since the divorce. Now, Michael, you may think that it's a good thing living around the corner from your ex. But I'm going to tell you right now, 20-year-old Juliana, she's not going to think it's a good thing. All right? His 2 kids, they think they may be okay. I mean, they seem all right with it. They do think it's weird that their father is in a relationship with a 20-year-old. Okay, the son said, listen, she's only 12 years older than me. So they're just going with the flow. They're kids, okay? Just as long as their dad is happy and she's not mean to them, they'll be fine with it. This will be a very interesting couple. I can't wait to see how this turns out. I know that somebody said this is kind of like, he kind of acts like Tom. I don't buy it. I don't think he acts anything like Tom. But anyway, we'll see where this couple, let's see how this couple goes. I got a feeling they're going to be okay. They may give us a little bit of drama. So, let's move on. Let's talk about Tanya and St. John. All right, Tanya, I think she's 28 years old. She is an activist. She's a bartender, and she is very adventurous when it comes to sex. Okay, she likes all things adventurous: whips, butt clamps, vibrators, gels, moisturizers. Honey, she don't care. She wants to try it all. She's just that chick. All right, so she says that she went to South Africa to meet a guy. Turns out that guy was a no good guy. So she met St. John while she was at a bar with some locals that she met. And she was like, my God, oh my God, was he handsome. And I have to say, St. John is very attractive. I thought he was a cutie. I was like, all right, Tanya. But again, he lives in South Africa. And she says she considers herself a Latino. So she's a little brown baby. And we all know what goes down in South Africa, honey. He said that he grew up nothing but racism, okay? Racist and racism. So him getting involved with someone of the brown tone was a little bit of an adjustment to him. But hey, he thought she was beautiful. He fell in love with her. And they are, working on their relationship. All right? So in order for her to save up money, she moved back home with her mom. And she says that her and St. John are going to live in a shed in the backyard. Now, she done told St. John that she's going to get this shed fixed up and all cute for him, and he's going to be there in a week or so, and she ain't done nothing to it. Child, I bet you the roof is about to cave in, child. Probably got holes in it from the lawnmowers and the saws. I said, girl, you had all this time. You should have cleaned up that shed. Get the leaves out of there. Whatever else is up in that shed, child. Whatever. So, her mom said said, I never thought that I'd have my kids come back home, but hey, what can I do about it? I love my daughter, and this is what she wants. This is, it. Later on, Tanya, she meets up with her sister, and her sister is giving her all kinds of business. Her sister says, listen here, okay, do Cedric know what he getting into? I mean, I know how you are here in America, but how were you in South Africa? Because I guarantee you, you were somebody different. Here, we know who you are. You are controlling. You are bossy. Everything has to be your way, because Tanya was telling her sister how, when the visa goes through and he has to wait, 3 to 6 months or 5 to 7 months till he can get a work permit. And she was saying that she's ready for marriage. She's ready for kids. She wanted to be boom, 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 boom. And her sister was like, have you even talked to Sinjin about this? Does he know anything about your plans? Because, of course, that's what you think. You ain't even saying nothing to Sinjin. And so her sister was like, what are you talking about? So Tanya was like, what are you talking about? Okay, yes, I know I can be a little controlling, but hey, okay, this is what I want. And so her sister was like, what does Sinjin want? And so Tanya was like, don't be coming up here trying to tell me how I should handle my relationship just because you got freshly married. You think that you're an expert on relationships and marriage. She was like, girl, please. She was like, you're a B word too. And her sister calls Tanya a B word, and then Tanya calls her sister the angry B word. And so her sister was like, I'm not angry. She was like, I'm not that person. And so her sister was like, so Tanya was like, yes, you are. She was like, you are. She was like, I know how you talk to your husband. So anyway, they were going back and forth, and her sister told Tanya, she says, I hope that you don't run Sinjin off. And I was like, child, oh my God. And so Tanya was like, I am not going to run him off. And why would you even say that? And so her sister was like, well, I'm just saying, okay, you are controlling and you are boss. You see her in New York. She is with her 2 best friends, and they are getting the room together. She got condoms. She got vibrators. She got moisturizers, child. She got gel. She got all of it. She is ready, okay? I think they put some pedals somewhere, so she's nervous. They were on their way to the airport. Of course, traffic in New York is crazy. And she finds out that his flight has already landed, and she is freaking out. And that is Tanya and Sinjin. So I think they're going to be okay. All right. I think they're going to give us a little something. He is QT. What did y'all think about that couple? Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Emily and Sasha. Emily, I think she's from Oregon. She's 29 years old. When she graduated college, she moved to Russia, and she became an English teacher. All right, she was lonely. She was bored. Of course, she didn't know anyone there. Of course, the language barrier is terrible. So she went to the gym, and who did she meet? Honey, a guy named Sasha. Honey, he is built. Do y'all hear me? Honey, his body. I was like, come in there. I was like, Emily, you better go. All right. Of course, they hooked up. They fell in love. All right. He has been married twice before. It didn't work out. He got 2 kids, and he had a crazy baby mama, according to Sasha. Okay. Keep that in mind, friends. All right. So she is going to marry him, which makes marriage number 3. And guess what else, y'all? She pregnant. She pregnant. She's about ready to pop. Her baby is due in 4 days. Okay. And she has decided to stay in Russia. Okay. Because there were some problems with his visa. So he couldn't come back to the United States. So she was like, hey, I'm not leaving him. So she's staying in Russia. She's having a baby in Russia. And she's in love with Sasha. Now she is FaceTiming her sister. Another sister, honey. Her sister giving her the business. All right. She was like, when is the baby due? And, she was like, 4 days. And so her sister is just telling her that she has, a little bit of apprehension when it comes to Sasha. He's been married twice. He got 2 kids. The baby mama ain't quite right. And you know, we just don't know anything about him. What do you really know about him? Okay? This relationship may fail. All right? Is he using you? What's the tip? And so, of course, Emily was like, don't worry about us. It's the same old script, friends. Okay? The friends, the family, they're, you know, apprehensive about this. They give him the business. And, of course, you know, the people are like, we're fine. Everything's good. I love this person. You're not going to change my mind. And that is exactly what Emily said to her sister. Stay out of my business. We're good. Well, it got her all tore up that she become dizzy. All right, so she got off the phone with her sister. She called Sasha, and she was like, look, I don't feel well. I'm dizzy. Come down here. So Sasha comes down there, and he was like, listen, her sister, she was talking to her sister about our relationship, and now she's dizzy. This couple may be okay. I really hope the baby mama stir the pot a little bit, or this is going to be real bland real quick. Let's move on. Now, this right here, this is going to give us a little something. All right, we have Robert and Annie. All right, Robert, he is a Uber driver in Florida. He makes a pretty good living. He makes a good living doing that. I mean, I don't think there's any complaints. He has a son. He has a son that he's raising on his own, single father. He said the mother of his son just said, I'm done. Packed up and left. And he has been with his son ever since. It's so funny. He says that his son has a lot of energy. We know the code for that. A lot of energy equals baby kids. If you don't know what baby kids is, look it up. A lot of energy means badass kids. That boy is going to be on one. Okay. Bottom line, that boy is going to be on one. Okay. He met Annie on Facebook. She's from the DR. And so he booked a cruise so he could meet her. He met her. They spent all of 8 hours together. 8. And he knew that she was the woman for him. He knew that this was the woman he wanted to marry. He knew that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with this woman, even though they only spent 8 hours together. Very pretty girl. So he's FaceTiming with her. The son's there. And the son is just a talking, okay? And so she was like, have you got my iPhone? Honey, Annie wants an iPhone. He was like, no, I have not gotten an iPhone. He said, I haven't even gotten you a ring, but you're here talking about an iPhone. That is all she kept talking about was an iPhone, iPhone, iPhone. She didn't say nothing about no ring. And he was like, listen, let me get the ring first. He was like, I'm not thinking about, you know, no iPhone and, you know, he was talking about her being a stepmother and, honey, her facial expressions. I was like, child, honey, you better be ready, Annie. Honey, with that son, that iPhone is the least of your worries, honey, child. Robert, he goes to a lingerie shop. I don't know why men think that they need to go to the lingerie shop. They don't know anything about women's sizes. All right, and that's what happened. He goes in there. The woman who works there was like, okay, what size is she? And of course he was like, I don't know. She got a big butt. You know, she thick. So the woman's like, okay. And he shows the lady who works there a picture of her. So she was like, okay, I think I can, you know, help you out with that. So he gets a phone call. He said, let me step outside, and honey, it was about 100 angry emojis. I was like, oh my God. And so he was like, why are you sending me all these angry emojis? What is going on? And she was like, why didn't you send me any money? I was like, ding, ding, ding. Why didn't you send me any money? I've been waiting for this money. And then she'd go ding, 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 ding. It'll be about 20 more angry emojis. And he was like, what is wrong with you? emoji, angry emoji. I was tripping out. So, he says what happened was, so Robert said that he did send the money. She cannot get the money because she has an ID issue. I don't know what that means. I don't know. But he says that the money is literally sitting there and she has to figure out how to get it through her ID issue. She has to solve that problem first. But of course she's not listening to that. She said the money is not there. I want my money. And she's sending 55,000 angry emojis. Child, this couple is going to be a trip. And as we see in that preview, honey, she wants to get it on, and that badass kid is rolling all over her head, messing up her hair, howling, screaming. I said, it's gonna be good. So that's it, friends. I mean, we just getting our feet wet. Okay, we're just filling out these couples. All right. Who are the couples you are looking forward to? I know they're going to show some new ones next week, but honey, this little batch right here ain't going to give me much. I mean, Robert and Annie, I think are the best bet so far that's going to give us a little something, honey. I don't know about the rest. So, let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.